Hi everyone, this is Renee from Meadowlark Mystic, and I seem to be going through a phase of being really inspired and in love with my cards. Last time I made a video, I shared that I had gone through all my decks and cataloged them and then put them into subcategories and counted them, and then I guess I just started playing with them more, and so yeah, I am I am finding so much comfort and inspiration from them right now. So I thought I would shoot another video as I'm waiting on somebody to go run an errand. So today what I'm going to do is, a couple weeks ago, Amber from Amber in Wonderland had a really great tag about combos, and when I did the response, I did tarot deck combos with other tarot decks, but I think what the point of the tag actually was combinations of tarot and oracle. So although I almost always combine two tarot decks when I do readings, I also wanted to share some oracle and tarot deck combinations that I really enjoy. But the first one I wanted to share is actually two decks that I combined into one oracle. So the first part of the deck is the Keepers of the Light, and that's by Kyle Gray, and these are the backs. I had some problems with some of the cards in this deck, and so I had removed some cards from this deck, and then so that's this one. And then I also had some trouble with this deck. Oops. And that's the Spirit Messages from John Holland. The problem I had with this deck was I felt that some of the cards were redundant. So the same idea or the same sentiment expressed in several cards. So what I did was I took those cards out, and that left me with a pretty thin oracle deck, and then I took cards out of this one and it was more thin. And so what I ended up doing is actually combining these two, and I really like how they work together. So you'll get Lady Portia and Divine Order, do what you feel is right, and then you'll get this card. I'm just randomly putting these together, Cleanse. And so it's kind of like you get facing your fears, but then always also staying connected, for example. Again, these are just like random. Prayer and contemplation, you can become inspired, and by doing that. So I found that when I took out the problematic cards and made the decks smaller, I can combine them, and it's much more powerful for me. Putting these two decks together. So that's what I did with the Keepers of the Light and the Spirit Messages. So they both fit in the Spirit Messages box now, which they couldn't have before if I'd combined the two. So they both fit in this box, which I find really convenient. And then the the Keepers of the Light box, I repurposed that. I'm gonna have to do this later. I repurposed that box for my for a Marseille deck that I had bought that didn't have a box. So I never throw boxes away. So the next combination I wanted to share is the Compendium of Constellations and got this really far up, and the Wild Unknown. I just think these two decks go really well together, really well. This is going to be upside down the whole time. And so I just wanted to share for those of you who might be interested. I really like her keywords, and they go super well with lots of tarot decks, but in particular these two. Oops. I guess it's all upside down. So I guess I'll have to look at each one. Yeah, it's upside down again. So, this one is Leo Minor. It says Master. And then this one is the Father of Cups. Subtlety, and the Ten of Cups. So this is the combination that I really enjoy putting together. So that's the Wild Unknown and the Compendium of Constellations. So move those out of the way. I'm gonna have a big mess to clean up. The next combination, I talked about it on my channel before. Let's see, I guess I'll have these face down. And that is the Universal Mind. That's the backs of the Universal Mind. So the Universal Mind and the Fountain Tarot. So this is the Fountain Tarot. Oops. I just think these two decks go so well together. There's a depth of meaning when I put them together that I don't actually get when they're separated, or when I use them individually. I'm not very, gosh, I can't even think of the word, fluent today. I don't know. Maybe it's because I just woke up. Yeah, so I really love these two together. This is the first edition of the, Universal Mind. I think she added a few cards now, a few more cards. So like for example, this card, which is the Three of Swords, and then Energetic Shift, so you've got something going on that might be painful, but eventually it's going to lead you to an energetic shift. I think that these two just work really well together, and I enjoy them a lot. So that is the Fountain and the Universal Mind. I trimmed this Universal Mind, in case you were wondering. It had these beige borders, and I'm just not a fan of beige. It was also too large for me to rifle shuffle, and in any case, so it wasn't really that big of a problem. The next combo is the First Light Tarot and the Raven's Prophecy. I've talked about how the Raven's Prophecy, talked about how the Raven's Prophecy is, just goes so well with so many decks. But these two, yeah, they seem to sing their own kind of song together. Oops. I don't know why everything's all mixed up today. The First Light Tarot is not a full tarot. I've talked about it before, but she made some significant changes, and there are no minors, but there's a whole bunch more. It's more like an oracle, but I really like it. Wow, that's really awesome. I really like these two together a lot. I don't know why some of them are upside down. I'll have to fix that. But the Raven's Prophecy goes so well with so many cards, or so many different decks, but particularly this one. I did a really great reading with this First Light Tarot, the Raven's Prophecy, and the Nicoletta Ciccoli, which I have turned into an oracle. Sorry. Okay, last one. Let's see. Eventually I'll figure out which is which, and then we'll be done. Okay, so that's the First Light Tarot and the Raven's Prophecy. They go really well together. My last one, I think this is my last one, is the Karma Angels, and these are the backs, and the Byzantine Tarot. This is kind of a no-brainer, but I thought I would put it in. Oops, I thought I would put it in anyway because I just really like it. This is the Karma Angels box. And the Byzantine Tarot comes in a big box, and I keep it in a card box. So anyway, These two just really, as you might imagine, they speak the same language. Similar to my eye, I'm not trained in any way, but similar kind of styles, art styles. So I don't know if it's like Byzantine or medieval or both. I'm not really sure, but I just really love these two together. And actually, the Karma Angels, you know, it's gilded, so it's like, wow, fancy. It goes well with other decks too. So it's more versatile than you might think at first glance, because it is a very distinct style. But I just really like it. I really like them together, and I really like, I don't know, I like the way the folds of the clothes look. Even though it's not realistic, and I don't think it's meant to be, for some reason it really, I don't really know, it's kind of speaks to a deeper part of my brain. And I've shared before that I think it has to do with some ancestral stuff. So yeah, those are my combinations of some oracles and some tarot, and then also a combined oracle deck. I just thought I would get on and share. I've been so enjoying my collection recently. You know, delving into cards that I loved, and now I love them even more. And I just thought that I would share because why not? Okay, well, I hope you're doing well, and this will be the last card for us. Hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.